All right, Freedom for Iran demonstration. Another one in the books. It was a great rally, man. It was outstanding. Wait a minute, what's this? What the heck is this?
And we're doing, it's a lot of...
All right, everybody, let's recongregate. Let's take these streets.
They ain't taking any streets, man. These ain't your streets. You ain't taking these streets, man. Make Iran great again. Look, there's a Mullah flag over there. They got the terrorist regime of Iran's flag over there, man. They ain't your street. You ain't about that life. You ain't about that life, man. You ain't taking any streets. What streets is you gonna take? What streets is you gonna take, man? You doesn't be taking any streets.
I was born here.
What streets you gonna take? These people's is bugging. These people's is bugging, huh? What am I
Can you
mean?
describe the sign to me?
Oh yeah, kicking the savage mullahs out.
What's your name, sir?
Mikey Mike.
Where are you from?
What's happening? Dirty Jersey.
Oh, me too.
All right.
No
Yeah,
way. I'm
yeah.
from Monmouth County.
All right. Yeah. Camden County.
Oh, cool. So you're a South Jersey fellow.
South Jersey.
All right.
Yeah.
I kind of hear a little bit of that like Philly accent.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's your stake in Iran? What's got you feeling?
I've been coming to these demonstrations since 2009.
Are you Iranian? No, I am Iranian.
All right. So since 2009.
2009. That was back when it was at the UN, the UN building in New York City. So I went from every September and June from 2009 to 2013. Then it became a Mujahideen rally.
Make sure I get that. All right. And so, are you a Trump guy?
What's that?
Are you like a Trump guy?
Yeah.
guy?
I mean, I'm the Trump guy. I voted for him. You know. So yeah.
And so you support the president's maneuvers into Iran?
Yes, what happened in 2009 and all the years later, they never wanted anyone to interfere. It was always, hey, we'll get this. By 2026, they were desperate. So they said, we have no other choice. So that's what it came down to. For 2026, all those years they tried. There were all these different uprisings. 2011, 2018, 2022, nothing came of it because they were not armed.
I see. So would you?
Not armed.
Well, my question is, would you support boots on the ground in Iran?
There's not a need.
If
there is a need, yes. If there's a need, the Kurds are in there. They have their own agenda.
But American boots on the ground, no.
American boots on the ground, right now, no, there's not a need. If it comes to it, sure. Depends on American casualties.
Okay.
The mullahs are against the ropes. The mullahs are against the ropes right now.
Yeah, that's true.
They are against the ropes.
And so, what could President Trump do in this war that would lose your support? Like, what's too far?
I tell you what, if he would walk away without getting it done, at this point, it's too deep. This has to get done. He has the support of the Iranian people in that nation, as well as the Iranian diaspora.
Yeah. All right, I understand. So, okay, that all makes sense. And final question for you: are there any other interventions globally? So we have Venezuela, now we've got Iran. Are there any other countries you think would be worth kind of entering?
If the Cuban people ask, certainly.
So Cuba?
Perhaps.
All right. I think it's getting a little loud.
Germany does not allow people to homeschool. Britain is a mess.
All right, thank you, Mike. I think we're kind of out of time here.
Yes,
I appreciate you.
thank you,
Mike,
man.
right?
Yes, Mike. Yep. Thank you. it's already been bombed.
Fuck you!
No, it's already been bombed.
You think you're different?
Oh, I'm definitely different. A beta and Granny Grunt coming after me. A beta male and Granny Grunt coming after me. Hello, hello. I don't know if he was going to interview me or what.
Shut up! Shut up!
Beta! Beta! Beta male! People all trying to take pictures. I got a lot of honor. He says I have no honor. I got a lot of honor. These people here have honor. We got a lot of honor over here, man. We got a lot of honor. Oh, they are. They are.
Stop. I'm sorry, little pal, but you have no idea what you're talking about. You're too young to even understand what's going on. Your parents have made you a traitor to your homeland.
She knows better than he.
Traitor without honor. Go ahead. I know truth hurts. I know the truth hurts. Hey. I'm sure you love little kids.
Homini's dead. That's right.
No, I don't want to fuck you. Please stop asking me. Please stop asking me. You're disgusting. Like nobody wants to fuck a traitor. Nobody wants to fuck a traitor.
A traitor. Team,
Nobody's paying me shit.
solidarity with the mullahs. That's a traitor. Vatan Farouche.
Love your country getting bombed. Look at you. No honor. No honor. Traitors without
The mullahs getting bombed.
Please shut up. Hey, I know it makes you feel good that somebody's paying me, but shit, I'm a fucking...
We're making Iran great again. Daroon Barshoma.
Be a clown, Chris.
He calls
Of course you would. Of course
us
you would. You're
traitors.
a fucking
He's
peasant.
teaming
You
with
look
the
like a peasant.
mullahs. Anyone who sides with the mullahs is a traitor. Or Vatan Farouche.
Oh, look at
So
you.
he does not want war. He does not want people to get killed. That is fine. He's just incorrect about where he's placing his attention on and his motivation. The mullahs are the ones who caused this problem. 1979 to the present. We're trying to make Iran great again. Kushtal. Kushtal.
Tell me one more time. We are trying to.
We're trying to make Iran great again. Mamnoon.
And we will make Iran great again.
Azadi Barahi Iran. The Islamic Republic of Iran's record on human rights stinks. And he's siding with the mullahs, the Ayatollah.
In homeschooling?
If the Brits wanted, there were people who came from Germany. If the Cubans wanted. Now, Germany, some people came to America to claim asylum because there's no homeschooling in Germany. Britain looked the other way when there was a sex trafficking scandal. It was because of who the sex traffickers were, and it was, we cannot go after them because it is racist and Islamophobic, whatever those words mean.
They did go after Prince Andrew for the files, though.
Okay.
So, do you think that we should do that here?
Oh, sure. Anybody who's guilty of sex trafficking, rape, child molestation, no one gets a pass. As long as there's proof. There has to be proof. I was under investigation for sexual harassment and workplace violence in my own office back in the year 2012. I was found not guilty of both charges. And yet they went hard at me. They went hard. So people have to be definitely guilty, and then go after everybody. No one gets a pass.
Nobody.
Nobody. The color of a person's skin does not give someone a pass.
Okay. So my other question is, kind of want to get back to it.
Yes.
So I asked you what countries you said that the U.S. should kind of get into, and you mentioned Britain and Germany.
Britain, yes.
You think we should go in there?
No. If there was already a statement made toward Britain by the current administration, and it's because of these matters pertaining to speech. Denmark, for instance, a Quran cannot be burned, and they had to put all the other religions under that umbrella. For years, for decades, heavy metal bands were burning Bibles or desecrating Bibles. They've been doing that. That has been part and parcel of that particular segment of heavy metal music. Then all of a sudden, death metal or black metal band in Scandinavia, they have a song where they diss both Jesus and Muhammad. It was only a problem because of Muhammad.
Okay,
so that's privilege. That's privilege.
So my question is,
yes,
what do you think the United States should do from a foreign policy perspective in relation to those European countries?
There could be sanctions.
You would like to sanction the European countries? Really? So UK, Germany, Norway, Denmark, you would be interested in sanctioning them perhaps?
Yes.
I see. Wow.
Yes. It's these countries get into the way of different websites because of the content on the websites. Now America, we have free speech here. Certainly people, they get deplatformed for one reason or another, and it could be the opinion of who owns the platform. That's why it's important for people to have their own platforms.
I understand. Wow. So, are there any other foreign policy moves you'd like to see before I let you go?
Sure.
Are there any other moves you'd like to see the administration make in terms of foreign policy?
There certainly should be free speech, because when there's not free speech, people are intimidated, and then the country gets stagnant. When people have to watch what they say, my mother was born in Germany in 1940, so she was born right in the thick of it, during World War II.
Yeah.
And I had asked her a simple question, doing the family tree. What are the names of your great-grandparents? She said, I don't know. We never talked as kids. And I said, well, you didn't just ask a simple question, what are our great-grandparents' names? She said, no, we did not talk, period. So when there is that kind of fear of imprisonment or worse, the country goes stagnant. And that does not benefit anybody. And that's where privilege comes in. So it goes from you cannot criticize a certain people to, well, when they commit the worst of crimes, such as the trafficking scandal in Britain, we cannot go after them because it's racist and Islamophobic. That's just hideous. And that's really privilege right there.
I see. And so you'd be interested in seeing that dictate foreign policy, but you also do support the Iranian intervention.
Yes. At this point, yes.
And you supported Venezuela.
Oh yes, that was in and out. Yeah, we'll see what comes of it, certainly.
Okay.
We'll see what comes of it. France helped this country. France intervened in the 1700s.
True.
And still the matter was not resolved till the 1860s, and even then it was not resolved in some areas.
I see. Well, all right. Well, thank you again. Thank you for completing the statement. I would
Yes.
shake your hand, but you kind of... All right, well, thank you, Mike. All right.
Yes, thank you.